What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? This is our future and our choice to make. I am asking you to choose greatness.
Welcome back to Real Trump News. Real news President Trump doesn't want you to miss. According to an article from White House 1600 Daily, President Donald Trump addressed the nation this Wednesday in the wake of Iran's air attack against bases where American troops were stationed in Iraq. He said, "No Americans were harmed in last night's attack by the Iranian regime. We suffered no casualties. All of our soldiers are safe, and only minimal damage was sustained at our military bases." Iran appeared to be standing down, which is a good thing for all parties concerned and a very good thing for the world. For 4 decades, the world has tolerated Iran's destructive and destabilizing behavior across the Middle East and beyond. Appeasement only emboldened a regime that is now the leading state sponsor of terrorism on earth. After the foolish Iran nuclear deal was signed in 2013, the hostility and violence only increased. Instead of thanking the United States and President Obama for the $1.8 billion cash windfall under the nuclear deal, Iran went on a terrorist spree. It created hell in Yemen, Syria, Lebanon, Afghanistan, and Iraq. The regime brought violence even to its own backyard, recently killing 1,500 people at the protests taking place throughout Iran. As a leader of the lethal quote force, Qassem Soleimani was personally responsible for many of the worst atrocities. He trained terrorist armies, including Hezbollah, to launch strikes against civilian targets. He fueled bloody civil war across the Middle East. He viciously wounded and killed thousands of American troops, often with ghastly roadside bombs. His most recent American casualties came less than 2 weeks ago. Those days are over. Soleimani is dead, and terrorists everywhere just received a powerful message. If you threaten innocent lives, you will suffer grave consequences. The Washington Examiner is reporting that everyday Iranian knows Qassem Soleimani for the terrorist he was. The United States' successful killing of Soleimani is devastating loss for the Islamic Republic of Iran. The country has, for some time, engaged in bullying across the region, and his death could have severe consequences for its future. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei relied on Soleimani as his main asset in responding to the U.S. maximum pressure campaign, which used economic sanctions to punish Iranian aggression. Furthermore, Soleimani's death may cause a power vacuum within the Quds force and militia group he established and backed. He may prove impossible to truly replace. Soleimani was famous for operating alone, based on his personal relations with forces loyal to him and his financial network inside and outside of Iran. Thus, he has no real successor. Furthermore, Soleimani was Iran's most important commander, even more central than the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and Iran's army. He was Khamenei's most trusted ally and Iran's most vital strategist in terms of confronting America, Israel, and Gulf countries. The regime had not seen such a loss in its history, and Soleimani's death had caused an immense shock and panic among the Iranian establishment. Hence, the Iranian officials attempt to galvanize support inside the country for revenge against the US. However, ordinary Iranians have a very different view than the regime on the death of Soleimani. The regime is supporters. Their proxy portrays Soleimani as a martyr, an icon. On the other hand, ordinary Iranian and many others in the region knows him as a murderous and brutal killer responsible for the death of hundreds and thousands in Iran and across the region. Many ordinary Iranians have celebrated his death. Iranians on social media have been thanking President Trump by posting photos and videos. Moreover, Syrians have been celebrating the death of Soleimani, seeing him as the main person responsible for the devastating Syrian civil war and the death of Syrian children. His death had given hope to people in Iran who want to see the end of the regime. That's this week's Real Trump News. We will see you next time.